Hey, what's happening there, boys and girls of YouTube? Thanks for tuning back into the channel today, right here with the Rustbelt Mechanic. So today we are going to be talking shop equipment. You guys as technicians, you guys have a responsibility to take care of what is in the shop, whether you own it or not. It's going to save you guys time, it's going to save you guys money in the long run when it comes to these things, taking care of them and putting them in the right place. We're going to get into what I have here in the shop in the way of our shop equipment and how to take care of them. So today I'm going to do just kind of a once around here around the shop on the shop equipment pieces that we have around here and whether they are being stored, taken care of, or what you guys can do to take care of these things properly. Now I know that these shops, they usually supply a lot of these shop equipment, so you guys don't really have it on your best interest or your mind to take care of them as much as you would your own tools. But I would have to say that you need to think again about that one, because having these shop equipment pieces, when they come around to you and you actually need to use them and they're not ready to go, you get a little bit pissed because you end up wasting time. Wasting time as a flat rate tech, you waste a lot of money. First thing that I want to point out is going to be these drop downs here. For oil, transmission fluid, whatever it might be, they have little shut-off nozzles on them. Make sure you turn those off, otherwise you end up with puddles on the ground. We have slight ones here, but not really bad because people have actually taken care of those pretty well. Also can reset the meters on them each time you use them. That way they're reset the next time you go around to using them the next time. And don't leave them a greasy mess, because somebody that needs to go and grab onto one of those and just grabs a big old oily a freaking oil spout, it's a pain in the butt. Don't do it. Now we're going to get over to our electrical section. So here on our little tool cart, we've got all of our electrical devices in here in the shop. We have this electrical cart here that kind of houses all of our electrical and major shop tools that we have all the time. See what the guys have put back. We've got our Zeus, it is plugged into the system and on the Wi-Fi, so that's working. Battery testers here. Oh, our tire pressure thing is in here, but it is not on the charger, so who knows, the next time that somebody would have wanted to use that, probably would have been dead because it needs charged. They did put away one of our jump packs, which happens to be mine, onto the charger, but they did not put the diesel one onto the charger. What's that one at? 75%, not bad unless you got something really dead. Make sure that you guys plug things in. If you guys don't plug these things in, you're gonna get pissed the next time you go to get them and they're dead. Of course, dead things waste time, waste money. We've got some of our essential diagnostic stuff in here, cooling system pressure tester, as well as some of our cables for doing updates on our scan tools as well. Doing updates on those, as well as a couple of the other testers that I'll show you guys, is another major part. You guys work on newer vehicles like you do here in the dealership. If you don't keep them up to date, you end up having to waste time and do updates. When it comes time to having precious time that you really need to do diagnostics, then all of a sudden you come to find out that, oh, my system isn't updated for exactly what it needs to be. So that would kind of suck right there. We got some test lead kits, our mini ductor coils, which is nice to have. Make sure you guys put those away. A couple other random things in there, but nothing too much in general. So we'll keep on moving on. Captain Ron's section here. You got the oil drains. You really should make sure you guys keep these cleaned out, because the next time you need to go use those, well, you know, obviously you've got a big mess here that somebody else has got to throw away if they need the oil drain. Always a good idea to keep them empty. This one's a little less than half full, but not too bad. Big no-no in my book is airlines. Leaving airlines out. It causes hazard, you trip over everything. Leaving a mess in your stall is not a great thing to do. So strike one for Captain Ron on this one, but that's all right. We've seen lots worse things. Lots worse things. He usually keeps a pretty tidy desk over here. Some of his tools, he worked late last night and he ended up, you know, kind of sitting around. So We'll excuse him on that one because the dude was working pretty hard and pretty late. So now we go on to our tire machine. And these tire machines are my biggest pet peeve here in the dealership because people do not take care of them. They just throw crap all over them and they end up getting so dirty, so gummed up. You can see on this one that we've got all kinds of soap and nasty stuff. So we're gonna have to clean that one off today. Big pet peeve of mine. I hate when guys do that one. It's a big pet peeve. This freaking tire machine here costs over $12,000, so it's not a good thing to leave all nasty and stuff. Now, when my buddy Brandon was here, we went through our tire balancing machine and we put a couple of signage things on here to make sure that guys were keeping that one clean. So here we got our Hunter Hammerhead tire balancing machine, and the biggest issue you guys as technicians know is wheel weights. They get all over the place, and we've got all kinds of nice little trays here to divide them out exactly what you need, and these things come with all these nice little dividers in here to be able to put them where they need to go. So keep these stuff clean. Normally what I see all the time is these stupid sticky weights, the backings. Guys just flip the tabs everywhere, flip the backings. So we had to put a lot of reminders on here. This is not an MF and trash can. Right there is down as an MF trash can. We even labeled the trash can an MF and trash can. So you don't forget it over and over and over. Because having a nasty, dirty shop, again, is inefficient. Inefficient means you waste time on flat rate. Sucks, don't do it. Got our grinder, they're in the back. Not a whole lot of maintenance to be done on that one. It's a cheap one from Harbor Freight. Gets the job done most of the time. Next, we've got our shop grill. Keeping that thing clean. Obviously essential for grill outs in the summertime. Somebody clean that one, good job. And then our forklift. Toyota. This thing is a junk forklift by my bucket. This thing is just, I hate it. It never hardly starts half the time. It's got wiring random issues and we can't get the forklift company to fix it right. So anyways, taking care of it. Obviously the gas, this thing is run off of LP and the gas valve is off. Good job, guys. You actually did your job. Shut the gas off every time you use it. Otherwise it'll leak out and cause issues. Fairly clean area back here where we have a lot of storage items. The floor back here is a little on the messy side because somebody didn't close the valve on our oil thing. Look at that, left open. Close it. That way you don't end up with this. Such a pet peeve. You guys need reprimanded. All right, going around here. We've got our air compressors that you kind of need to keep a nice floor space to. We can get within the reset button still here, so not all that bad. Our electrical panels and shutoffs are all accessible, and our secondary air compressor is also accessible here as well. Things that I try not to tell guys to do is please do not stack stuff up on our bulk items in brake clean and washer fluid, because you know what? I'm just gonna get this tool all wet the next time I go to get brake clean. Funny thing is, somebody borrowed this tool because this is mine. That's my puller. Captain Ron here working on a Cadillac. My puller is sitting in a danger zone, gonna get brake clean and stuff all inside of it. Captain Ron today, huh? Top of the list. More drain pans. Trash cans here. We've got McBake on a schedule where he empties our trash cans out twice a week, so he'll be coming in later today to be able to do that one. Air lines are clean. Mr. Larry keeps his area nice and spick and span usually all the time, which is a very nice thing to see for an experienced tech. Our boxes here are Tifco shop supplies. Nice to see these things are kept fairly clean. The drawers are not, you know, kind of pulled out and somebody leaves the thing open sitting there and just hanging out and then walks away. No, the guys actually usually take pretty good care of these. So it's nice to see that shop equipment taken care of. Bill, oldie but goodie Bill and his toolbox. He takes good care of his stuff too. Boy, that Snapon box It's seen some days. You got the Mac Tools top, Snap-on bottom, part of that one. It is old school box. Pretty awesome to see these things still rolling around. Wash station. See how well this is being kept up. A little dirty against there, but the actual wash basin and tub is fairly clean compared to what it has been before. The walls there aren't too bad, and this is where our rags and everything go. Make sure you guys keep that pretty fair and clean and clear. Only one little guy hanging out. Not too bad. Now we'll go on to some racks. These racks right here. Now this one still has a vehicle on it, so we can excuse this one for now. Now these things, they get all kinds of debris on them. Guys do brakes, guys do suspension work. Rust and stuff comes off all the time, and it ends up kind of causing the chipping issues that we have here on the rack. So we need to do some maintenance and start to take care of this one a little bit more. We need to clean up our rails, and we might need to touch up the paint area so we don't have any further crusting, corroding issues there. Good idea for guys not to hang stuff on the racks, and looks like we're all good, clean and clear on that one. Here too, clean and clear. Good to go, guys. Very nice. Stand-upons, nice clear. All of our random fluids that we have for doing our services up here in the front. We got this oil drain, all cleared out. And there's where we keep our oil filters right there. Now we've gone over to our alignment machine, kind of on the dirty side. But that's okay. You know, these guys, they work. This thing isn't really all that bad. We do have some rust and stuff from some brake jobs that got done. We need to take care of that. Some guys left some pads on the floor. But again, today's cleaning day. We're going to go through and clean that. At least there's no parts and things all left all over the rack. I hate when I see that one. The computer area is left fairly clean. Doesn't have a whole lot sitting there. Does have some rags, but it's also good to have some of those there here in the front of the rack and workstation. I always tell the guys to close this, and they evidently don't, because otherwise our printer gets all kinds of dust on it. Hunter machine, this system, the Hawkeye Elite, pretty killer. Take care of them because they're expensive. This whole system, I think altogether costs around 25 grand between the whole system and all, and then the fancy rack with the air lines built into it. You can see that there's reels built into the rack. Specialty lifts, you can set your air settings for the tires. That rack alone is like 18 grand. Pretty expensive. All right, moving right along. Hopefully you guys aren't getting too bored of this one, just kind of going around the whole shop, seeing all of our stuff that we have to work with. Let's jump into our storage room. Get the light turned on. There we go. So this is our storeroom. Got all the kinds of little goodies and machines that we really need for doing our work. Nice that our torch is all wrapped up nice and neat. Able to pull fuel out of systems. 1234 machine, 134 machine. Our welder, that's a badass welder, by the way. It's killer welder. Dunk tank for tires. We got an engine cradle, an engine or whatever hoist, battery tool, another battery tool. Obviously here in Ohio in the Rustbelt we have all kinds of battery issues. Got plenty of battery tools. Got a smaller press back there, a big jack, battery tender. We've got a smoke machine, which is right by the door, obviously, because we have all kinds of evaporative system issues. Here's another big one that I have a big pet peeve on. When guys don't put this away cleaned out. This Mighty Vac is one of the best tools for sucking out and refilling a lot of service things that we have in the way of differentials, transfer cases, transmissions. It's great to have, but big pet peeve when guys put it away dirty or still full of junk. However, this time, I know it's clean because I just used it last. I cleaned it out and I put it away. So pretty nice to see that. All right, getting back out of here. Going over to our other shop equipment. We have our nice Cuda aqueous parts cleaning machine, and that thing is a super nice machine. Nice guys haven't left all their crap all over it. Let's see if they left stuff inside of it. Nope, all cleaned out. How about that? They actually listen on that one. So they got the CUDA cleaned out. We don't have junk all over the floor around here. We're able to get to our trans jack, our fuel tank jack, as well as our lift table. We're able to get to those stuff pretty easily. And then we've got our floor Zamboni for cleaning the floors. You gotta have one of those these days. That thing works amazing. It's a whole lot better than having, you know, bucket and mop around. You're able to take this Zamboni around, clean up any of your big mess spots pretty easily. Here we have our over the hood creeper for the big trucks. We use that one quite often, so it sits out here in front. Some of our roller jacks, pads for the cleaning stuff here, some fuel and diesel canisters, nice to have sitting around, and some extra materials for the shop. We've got shop supplies there in our Tifco boxes, as well as a couple little special tools and just refill needs for the shop needs. Pretty nice seeing those. They are still pretty well kept in line. Very surprisingly, people have not ripped a bunch of shit down and taken it and run with it. So great to see. We've got our hose stuff. Most of that stuff's all kept up, and our hose clamps. Good job, guys. I'm not having to get on guys too much today. This stuff is actually pretty well kept up. Good job. I like to see you guys putting in some effort here in the shop to keep this place clean, so me and McBake don't have to take care of it at the end of the week. And we've made our way back to the beginning here, back at my toolbox, give you guys the once through on the shop so you guys can see some of the specialty equipment, and you've gone through some of my pet peeves when it comes to keeping this shop equipment and machinery clean, usable for the next guy. There's a couple other things I'd like to throw in there, like AC machines. Make sure you guys get those cleared out, clear out the lines every single time you go to use them. Big pet peeve of mine, I forgot to throw that one in. Ladders also, make sure you get your ladder steps clean. Otherwise, you're gonna just have OSHA violations and have that crap slip the next time you go to use them. The last thing is gonna be your exhaust tubes. Make sure they work, make sure you use them, and make sure you store them back correctly for the next guy to be able to use. Now, I know I was ragging on Captain Ron a little bit hard in this video, but he's a good guy. He does some great work in the shop. Newer technician. He does an awesome job over on his channel. So if you have not checked out Captain Ron or the Master Apprentice, which he calls his channel, I'll leave that one down below as well. You guys need to make sure you go check out and subscribe to his channel as well. Awesome job on a channel for newer technicians. Well, guys, that's about all I've got for you today in the way of a shop tour for our shop equipment. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this kind of content. If you have, make sure you hit that subscription and turn on the bell notification so you get notified when I come out with cool, awesome videos just like this one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys stay awesome.